Unlock your health potential. Learning to identify root cause. Number 10. Low vagal tone. Did you know that your stamina, gut health, blood sugar levels, heart rate variability, inflammation, emotional well-being, and even your ability to create lasting positive social connections are all directly influenced by your vagus nerve? The vagus nerve, known as the wandering nerve, is the longest cranial nerve in the body, extending from the brainstem to the abdomen, including the intestines. It is actually a paired nerve, with one nerve originating from the left side and another from the right side of the medulla oblongata in the brainstem. These two nerves travel down the neck, through the chest, and into the abdomen, branching into vital organs such as the heart, lungs, liver, and digestive tract. The vagus nerve connects the brain to many important organs including the heart, lungs, stomach, intestines, liver, and gallbladder. It's involved in controlling the immune, cardiovascular, respiratory, and endocrine systems. The vagus nerve is a critical component of your autonomic nervous system, also referred to as ANS. Your ANS consists of two components. 1. The sympathetic nervous system, which owns the fight or flight response, that prepares your body to respond to perceived threats by increasing heart rate, redirecting blood flow to muscles, and releasing stress hormones. 2. The parasympathetic nervous system, which is associated with the rest and digest response, and helps your body return to a state of calm after a stressful event. These two divisions often work in opposition to maintain the body's internal balance, also referred to as homeostasis. As the primary component of the parasympathetic nervous system, the vagus nerve acts as a crucial counterbalance to the sympathetic nervous system's fight or flight response. While the sympathetic nervous system increases heart and breathing rates, slows digestion, and redirects blood flow to muscles during stress, the vagus nerve promotes the rest and digest state by reducing heart rate, enhancing digestion, and promoting overall relaxation. This antagonistic relationship helps maintain homeostasis, allowing the body to return to a calm state after a stressful event. The vagus nerve is responsible for keeping your body in a state of homeostasis, where all internal systems are stable and running at a reasonable speed for the given conditions. It plays an important role in activating the parasympathetic nervous function and turning off the fight, flight, and freeze stress responses. Key functions of the vagus nerve include: it is a two-way communicator. It transmits signals throughout the body and then sends them back to the brain. It regulates the immune response, hunger hormones and food intake, anxiety levels, and inflammation levels. The gut uses the vagus nerve like a walkie-talkie, reporting back to the brain how we are feeling. Our gut feelings are genuine. It triggers the PNS responsible for calming organs after the fight or flight response to danger. It helps regulate heart rate function, speech, sweating, blood pressure, digestion, production of glucose, breathing, and many other functions. Vagal tone is essentially how healthy or toned the vagus nerve is. It refers to the degree of activity occurring within the parasympathetic nervous system, resulting in changes to the heart rate and other key functions. The higher the vagal tone, the easier it is to get into a relaxed state. Vagal tone can affect you physically in these key areas. Cardiovascular health. The vagus nerve helps to regulate heart rate and blood pressure. High vagal tone is associated with a lower resting heart rate, reduced blood pressure, and increased heart rate variability, also known as HRV, which is the variation in time between heartbeats. HRV is a key indicator of autonomic nervous system balance and cardiovascular health. Digestive health. The vagus nerve regulates the release of digestive enzymes, gastric acid, and bile. It also controls the contractions of the stomach and intestines, which move food through the digestive tract. Low vagal tone can lead to various gastrointestinal issues, such as acid reflux, delayed stomach emptying, and irritable bowel syndrome. Immune system regulation. Through modulating and preventing excessive inflammation, the vagus nerve supports your body's ability to fight off infections and heal from injuries. Quoting Steven Silberstein, a professor of neurology and director of the Headache Center at Philadelphia's Thomas Jefferson University Hospitals, depending on the frequency of vagal stimulation, we know it can turn off an asthma attack, an epileptic seizure, a migraine or cluster headache, and it can reduce the perception of acid reflux. Vagal tone also plays a significant role in your emotional and mental health, specifically around stress and anxiety. High vagal tone is associated with a greater ability to recover from stress, while low vagal tone is associated with heightened stress reactivity, a reduced ability to cope with stress, as well as with chronic stress. Depression. Low vagal tone has been linked to an increased risk of depression, as it is associated with reduced parasympathetic nervous activity and increased sympathetic nervous dominance. Cognitive function. High vagal tone has been linked to better cognitive performance, particularly in tasks that require self-regulation and decision-making. The vagus nerve controls the heart rate via electrical impulses to the heart's sinoatrial node. Physicians can measure the vagal tone in cardiac health, with the difference between the inhalation and the exhalation heart rates. The more significant the difference, the higher the vagal tone, which, as we have just seen, is better for health. Vagal nerve function is important to everyone in this day and age. Even if you are incredibly healthy, it is possible to lower your stress levels more rapidly and operate with more consistent energy with high vagal tone. Low vagal tone is associated with cardiovascular disease, hypertension, and irregular heartbeat, depression, anxiety, and PTSD, metabolic disorders such as type 2 diabetes, irritable bowel syndrome and Crohn's, neurological conditions such as epilepsy and Parkinson's disease. The concept of resetting the vagus nerve has gained significant popularity in wellness circles, often promoted as a simple solution for stress, anxiety, and depression. However, the scientific reality is more nuanced. While the vagus nerve is undeniably important for health, the idea that it can be easily reset or hacked with simple exercises is largely an oversimplification and often a misrepresentation of the science. The nerve acts as a bidirectional information highway, primarily carrying sensory information from the body to the brain, and its activity is not a simple on-off switch. The fantasy that the vagus nerve is a master nerve that can be manipulated to instantly cure complex conditions like anxiety or depression is misleading. These conditions involve complex interactions between diet and lifestyle choices, environmental factors, genetics, biology, and psychology, and the vagus nerve is just one part of a much larger whole. There is legitimate science behind certain practices that can influence vagal tone. These techniques are discussed in more detail in our book, and also in our Resolve Your Root Causes video series. Techniques such as slow, deep diaphragmatic breathing with a long exhalation, singing, humming, cold water immersion on the face or neck, and certain forms of yoga and meditation have been shown to stimulate the vagus nerve and promote a state of calm. These techniques are best viewed as complementary tools for improving nervous system regulation, not standalone cures. Note that many popular reset claims, including commercial products or apps claiming to hack the vagus nerve, lack rigorous scientific backing.
Imagine discovering that the real power to heal has been inside you all along. Introducing Unlock Your Health Potential. This groundbreaking guide reveals how to move beyond chasing symptoms and instead uncover the true root causes behind your fatigue, mood changes, chronic aches, and other long-standing conditions, so you can finally experience the lasting relief and vitality you deserve. This book is a treasure trove of practical information. It offers the guidance and confidence you need to take charge of your well-being, break out of the vicious cycle of declining health, and rebuild the vibrant life you deserve.
To summarize, the vagus nerve is the longest cranial nerve in the body, extending from the brainstem to the abdomen, including the intestines. It connects the brain to many important organs including the heart, lungs, stomach, intestines, liver, and gallbladder. It's involved in controlling the immune, cardiovascular, respiratory, and endocrine systems. It plays a crucial role in the parasympathetic nervous system, regulating functions like heart rate, digestion, breathing, and mood. It promotes the rest and digest state by reducing heart rate, enhancing digestion, and promoting overall relaxation. Because the vagus nerve wanders to so many parts of our body and is part of the autonomic nervous system, it is involved in almost all processes of the body. This makes it particularly important, as dysfunction of the vagus nerve could be contributing to your current health status. Vagal tone is essentially how healthy or toned the vagus nerve is. It refers to the degree of activity occurring within the parasympathetic nervous system, resulting in changes to the heart rate and other key functions. Vagal tone can affect your cardiovascular health, digestive health, and immune system regulation. High vagal tone is associated with a greater ability to recover from stress and with better cognitive performance. Low vagal tone has been linked to an increased risk of depression. Remember, the vagus nerve's role is complex and integrated within a larger mind-body continuum. There is legitimate science behind certain practices that can influence vagal tone. These techniques are discussed in our book and also in our Resolve Your Root Causes video series. In the long term, you will benefit from separating scientifically supported methods from the pervasive and often exaggerated claims found online. If you are constantly experiencing anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, or inability to calm down despite using relaxation techniques, emotional numbness or detachment, digestive tract issues such as bloating, indigestion, constipation, or symptoms resembling irritable bowel syndrome, lightheadedness or dizziness upon standing, low heart rate variability, frequent headaches or migraines, particularly tension type or stress-related, difficulty swallowing or a persistent sensation of a lump in the throat, frequent illness or prolonged recovery times, or insomnia or restless sleep. Your vagal tone might be in need of tune-up. Remember, suppressing a symptom may ease your suffering and help in the immediate moment, but it never gets to the underlying cause. This approach does not take into account your body's natural self-healing mechanisms and causes long-term dysfunction. Thus, it is best to think why, how, and mechanism of various conditions, rather than focusing on the condition itself. Looking for tips and strategies on how to confirm and resolve this root cause? Our book, Unlock Your Health Potential, offers a comprehensive guide for how to confirm, address, and resolve the 24 major root causes discussed in this video series. For immediate actions you may take now to kickstart your healing journey, check our Master Your Health in 8 Weeks program. We hope you enjoyed and benefited from this short video. For a list of supporting references and resources, check this video description below. Please remember to like and share this video. May you achieve your health goals and experience joy, resilience, and optimal health.